The sun rose over the small village of Oduma, painting the sky in soft orange and pink hues. It was a peaceful place where everyone knew each other, where gossip spread as fast as the morning wind. In one of the thatched roof huts, a woman groaned in pain. Oluwafunke had been pregnant for 11 months, much longer than most women, and the villagers whispered about it. On a stormy night, as rain pounded on the roof, Oluwafunke finally gave birth with the help of an experienced midwife, Mama Abik. The child, a baby girl, was named Nkem. But as Mama Abik cleaned the newborn, her hands trembled. Nkem had both male and female private parts. A wave of silence passed between the midwife and the new parents. Oluwafunke's husband, Adewale, spoke in a hushed voice. "Please, Mama Abike, no one must know. We will give you a piece of land if you promise to keep this a secret." Mama Abike hesitated, then nodded. "Your secret is safe with me." As Nkem grew, she was a quiet child, preferring to play alone rather than with the other village children. When the boys bathed in the stream, she stayed away. When the girls played by the market, she lingered at the edges. People noticed how she avoided certain situations, but they thought she was just shy. Despite her reserved nature, Nkem was loved by many. She was kind, always helping elders carry their baskets or tending to injured animals. As she grew into a young woman, she became known for her beauty. Her skin glowed like polished mahogany, and her smile was as warm as the midday sun. The villagers adored her, though they never understood why she kept so much of herself hidden. Then came the day that changed everything. A young man named Kelechi, strong and admired by many, asked for Nkem's hand in marriage. The village rejoiced. Nkem and Kelechi seemed like the perfect match. The wedding was grand, filled with music, dancing, and laughter. But beneath her smile, Nkem carried a deep fear. She had never told Kelechi the truth about herself. Each night after the wedding, when Kelechi reached for her, she gently pulled away. "Not yet, my love," she would whisper. "Let's wait for the right time." At first, Kelechi was patient. He loved Nkem deeply. But as weeks passed and she continued to avoid him, whispers started in the village. "Why hasn't their marriage been fulfilled?" people murmured. One evening, troubled and confused, Kelechi went to speak with Nkem's parents. "I love your daughter," he said, "but she keeps pushing me away. Is there something I should know?" Oluwafunke and Adewale exchanged uneasy glances. "Be patient with her," they said. "She has her reasons." But patience was hard to keep when the whole village was talking. Eventually, Nkem confided in her childhood friend, Amara. "Promise me you won't tell anyone," she pleaded. Amara's eyes widened as she listened, and though she swore secrecy, the weight of the secret was too much. She told her sister, who told her mother, and soon the entire village knew. The whispers became louder. People pointed when Nkem walked by, their once warm smiles replaced with suspicion. Kelechi heard the rumors, and his heart ached. He loved her, but he felt betrayed that she hadn't trusted him. One evening, Kelechi sat across from Nkem, his voice heavy. "I need time to think," he said. "Maybe you should stay with your parents for now." Nkem felt her heart shatter. She quietly packed her things and left the home she had dreamed of sharing with him. As the days passed, Oduma faced a great drought. The river dried up, the crops withered, and fear spread through the village. Shadows danced at night, eerie wails filled the air, and people whispered that the gods were angry. Desperate, the elders consulted the oracle. His voice boomed in the quiet room. "The gods demand a pure maiden to restore balance." The elders searched, but every girl had been touched by a man, except one. "Nkem," someone whispered, "she is still pure." The decision was made. The elders approached Nkem, asking her to offer herself for the village. Torn between pain and love for her people, Nkem finally agreed. If it will save my home, I will do it. On the appointed day, the entire village gathered. Dressed in white, Nkem stood at the sacred cliff, chanting prayers taught to her by the elders. Dark clouds gathered, the wind howled, and suddenly rain poured from the sky. As the villagers cheered, Nkem collapsed. When she awoke, she felt different. The part of her that had brought her so much fear was gone. She was whole. The village marveled at the miracle. "The gods have blessed her," they cried. Kelechi, filled with regret, stepped forward. "Nkem, can you forgive me?" Tears filled her eyes, but she smiled. "There is nothing to forgive." That night, as the rain washed away the past, the village danced. Nkem, once burdened by secrets, stood tall, no longer hiding, no longer afraid.